going on, everybody? My name is Chris Ellison with Ellison Fitness Innovations. Today, I want to make a quick little video for beginners, people who are just getting into strength training or maybe getting into a strength sport such as strongman or powerlifting. And you probably have the question, what type of wrist strap should I be using? Now, if you're in powerlifting, you don't need to be using this at all. Not allowed in most powerlifting meets. I've never seen one allowed except for, the garage gym ones that kind of hang out, or garage gym competition that they do online. But if you're getting into strongman, or you just want to train your deadlift without killing your grip, these are some good options. Now, there's a few different types. I have several in my gym. I'm going to walk you through. First one we have is just your generic wrist strap. You wrap it around the bar. You hold on to the strap itself. Keeps the bar from slipping out of your hand. Then you've got your figure eights. You're going to loop your hand through and put the bar in between. And then you have, a lot of people call them Versa grips. That's a name brand, but there are different companies that make similar items. This will strap to your wrist, and then you'll hold on to the metal. You'll hold on to the rubber. Now, I'll show you how these work, the benefits of different ones, but this is really just kind of an intro to wrist straps for anybody who's looking to figure out what they need. All right, let's start with your generic wrist strap. These are very cheap, very easily found online. There's a million different brands. This company is Tribe Lifting. I think one of our clients left these here. They got them from Amazon. What you're going to do is you're going to slip your wrist through the hole. Now, when you get them, they're going to come like this. So all you're going to do is loop that over and through, and then you're going to have your little wrist hole right there. You'll slide your wrist through. Now, what you want to do is you see how it's curved to a certain direction. You want your hand to go in where it's going to curve back into your palm. So you see, as of right now, I can hold on to it and it fits perfectly in my palm. Now, there's not a left or a right variation. It's just how you wrap it around. So to fix that, if you want to use it for, say, this wrist, you're going to take this out and then just go through the opposite direction. All right. Now, it's made for my other hand. It's not going to work with the other. Once you have the two set up where it's cutting across your palm, you can easily wrap this around the bar. For visual sake, I'm going to set this up on a bar, on a Smith bar up high, so you can see how it wraps around. But when you go to loop this through, you're going to wrap it around the bar. Don't wrap on top of itself. It's going to make it thicker, the grip thicker. It's not going to help you. What you're going to do is wrap it uniformly along the pole, or along the bar, and then you're going to grab onto the strap itself. Now, once you get it on there, you can actually crank down on it and get a little bit tighter, so there's not any gap between your hand and the bar. You'll see what I'm talking about in a little bit when we talk about the figure eights. But this right here is going to give you the closest to actual grip feel out of all the other straps. What you're going to do is, again, with the other side, you're going to wrap it around the bar. You don't even have to wrap it fully around the bar. You can have a little hanging off, and then you're just going to crank down on to what you want. All right. Now, like I said earlier, this strap here provides for the tightest grip to the bar, and these are typically found for less than $20 online. I don't recommend any specific brand because everybody's going to say theirs is the best, but truth be told, as long as you're taking care of them and you notice when they start to wear out, just get you a new set. Don't use torn straps, because if they snap, you can hurt yourself. All right, so now let's talk a little bit about figure eights. Figure eights are a little different. There's a couple different ways that you can set up on the bar with these, but regardless, what you want is to go ahead and put your hand through, and you see how it's cupping back towards my hand, and then you're going to loop it around the bar and put your hand through the other side. Now, hopefully you can see in the video, there is still a lot of space right here. What you want to do to keep that from slipping out, your hand slipping out of the bar, I recommend you figure out a way to get it comfortably. When I do it, I widen my hand here, go through to where there's a little bit of overlap there. So you can see like the bottom part is going up and over the top part. So then that way it has a lot tighter grip on your hand. What you want to do now is, depending on what competition you're in. Now, if you're familiar with strongman and you saw the Shaw Classic, this was a point of contention for some of the athletes. Now, they made it very clear in the rules meeting, so there was no cheating done. It's just they were grabbing here and not having a full grip around the bar. So it was kind of in their fingertips here. If you're going to use figure eights in a competition like that, you'll have to grab to the side and get the bar. Now, see, either way, it's going to put a lot of tension on your wrist and keep it from slipping out of your hand. You can still get to your fingertips here, but it's a lot less likely to get called for that. If you're looking for an advantage in a competition and it does not specify that you have to have your hand completely wrapped around the bar, that right there will give you a couple of inches, especially if you're bad on the breakaway from the ground. That it just extends that top position. So if you're pulling from 9 inches, you could probably technically pull from 10 or 11, depending on how big your straps are and how comfortable you are grabbing back down on top of this. Now, it's a little difficult sometimes to put these on. Figure eights are easier to do one-handed than your standard wrist straps, because all you gotta do is loop down through, pull back, and you're good to go. You'll see these in competitions where time is of essence. Now, you still may see the other ones, but these right here, they're going to come through, loop their hands through, and then they're good to go. Or, you know, down here to the side. All right, now your third option, which there may be other ones, but these are the main 3 that you're going to encounter. Again, people call these different things. A lot of people call them Versa grips because that's kind of the main brand. This brand is D-Moose. It's just generic sports company. They have a lot of different things from belts to wrist straps, wrist wraps, all the above. What you're going to do is put it flat in your palm, pull the strap around through the loop. You're going to tighten it down on your wrist. Now, make sure that it is centered in your palm. These can twist on your wrist a little bit. It's pointless if it twists, especially if you're in a competition setting, you're hurrying to get to the next event, or if you're hurrying to get to the next implement. They are more difficult to put on, but once you have them on, you can just leave them on. You don't have to readjust as you run up to the item or to the different bars. Now, what you'll do is you'll come up to the bar, you'll reach through. You see, like right now, especially with me, I got short fingers, I can't reach it. So I would have to help myself do this and then get strapped in. Figure eights are going to be, in my opinion, quicker than a new person using these. Once you do get these on, they are a little bit difficult to get comfortable with right off the bat. So what I would recommend is if you're going to go with the Versa grip style, flap, whatever you want to call them, train with them prior to competition, because as you run up to the implement or the bar, you're going to have to figure out how to do it and get it comfortable in your palm. Now, once you do have it ready, set and pull, you're good to go. They're not going to go anywhere. You can hold it in the rings of your fingers. You don't have to wrap your thumb around. This isn't going to go anywhere until you let go. So the leather material is going to hold tight to the bar and to your skin. And then as long as you're holding on, you're making good contact with that, the pressure of the bar is going to keep it from sliding out of your hand. As soon as you let go, it flap opens and it falls down. As you run up to the implement, wrist wraps, here through, go. Now, grab it a little off center, but you get the point. Like I'm able to grab and go a lot quicker, even depending on if you reach to the side or over top like we were talking earlier. Reach through, grab to the side and go. Again, it's not going to go anywhere. It's in my fingers. A lot of pressure. Look, I completely let go with the figure eights. This is something you have to be careful with because you can't just let it go and expect it to fall to the ground like you can with some of the other straps. This is a little more dangerous. That's why you see some people tumble over when they come down. They lose their ability to maintain their balance and they fall forward. Now, these are going to hold you to the bar a little more dangerously than the other two. Then back to your standard strap, your old school, whatever you want to call it, the original. I like these, especially when I'm going to be doing multiple rep sets, because it's going to give me the best squeeze on my hands. Like I can grip down on that bar and really hold on tight. It does take a little longer to wrap it around and get set, but once you get it set, you're good to go. Again, the pressure of the bar is going to stay in your hand. Even if you let go with your thumb, I can even let my hand slide a little bit. You see, you get that height advantage like we talked with the figure eights. So now when I'm pulling from the ground, I'm just in my fingertips. I'm good to go. But at the same time, you let go of the bar, it's going to unroll. It's not going to snag. It's not going to pull you to the ground. Now, I'm not going to sit here and try to sell you on any particular brand. I'll be honest. The brands that we have around here range from Harbinger, which you can find at Dick's Sporting Goods, D-Moose, which is a American-based but foreign company. They're out of a different. They're made out of a different company, out of a different country, but they sell out of the U.S. You've got Gym Reapers, which you'll probably see if you've clicked on any wrist wraps on Instagram or something. You're probably getting targeted. Gym Reaper is really good at marketing, so you've probably seen them. And then again, this is Tribe. Never heard of them before. A friend of ours just brought them to the gym. So again, it's not something that you need to spend several $100s on or anything like that. All you have to do is find something that you're comfortable with. Test out a few different ones. You got a gym like ours where there's shared equipment. Ask the people if you can borrow them, test them out. But very short, very simple overview of everything, the pros and cons. If you are in powerlifting, stick with the over-under because you're probably not going to be allowed to use straps anyway. But if you're looking to save your grip, these can be used for way more than just deadlifting. Deadlifting is your primary source of what you see people use them with. But if you're doing lat pull downs and you just can't hold on to the bar, these straps can be used for that. If you're doing seated rows, any kind of dumbbell rows, but your grip's not as strong as your back, these straps are perfect for that, especially these, because a lot less dangerous. They're not going to attach you to the equipment. You just wrap it around the handle, hold on to the strap, and you're good to go. So if you have any questions, something I didn't hit on, again, this is a short video. I just kind of want to help some people. We've had a lot of people subscribe to the channel. We used to do review videos. We used to do a lot of different how-tos. I'm going to get back to that. If you have questions about anything related to wrist straps, or if you want to see me go through other strength gear or safety equipment or anything like that, let us know in the comments below. If you are new to the channel, thank you for subscribing. If you like this content and you're not subscribed, please consider that. If you want to support the channel, we do have memberships starting at $1. Hopefully, you got something out of this video, or you were able to send this to a friend who really could use it. Hope you have a great day. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay safe.